Terusra de Radio Pacis, mialo su do arafama ebwe Kristo diri batsiduni koko logo sotira rayoni nai longo anisa bani angititro lini sulela karia adene disitro ma iangi yote dresira sawani to dakika amvu to utro ko endroni tuazia odu mudulimbi suyu empa lutri Kenya elferi mudulimbi natri aniote rejo sawadiane resi ndi sawa tu dereni insota bari angititro ewo erotadiri kadide disiele maju anyini ma aukatri ya mala intro ituasia desi amuanisa matro zowadia anyanuko teriande lejo Laropi Bridge tidi oluareso adeki ojala karibati di angititro karia loka desi badi okay zowadia bani tadriba amure leti ovidi ara okolongo isu enkodi taribati ya tini droto atro wakosa no sebani orokobo joni elonjowa.
What is the agency? The agency is this. We would like to advocate so that government will not this time around leave out the construction of the Laropi Bridge when they are going to select 2 or at least 1 out of the 3 bridges lined up for construction now. There are bridges which are lined up for construction now by the government of the Republic of Uganda. This time around, we are asking, is the Laropi Bridge going to be left behind again? Underline the word again, which means the Laropi Bridge was left behind earlier on. And this is what you should know. The Laropi Bridge was conceived as an idea, developed as a project in 1964. At the same time, we did the Pakwati Bridge. That was in Obote 1. The Pakwati Bridge was constructed in 1965. Laropi was left out. That was incident number 1, where Laropi was left out. Governments came and went. Obote 1 went, Amini came, Tito Okelo came and left, then Obote 2, other sort of regimes of Binaisa, etc. Then President 7th regime of NRM from 86 up to then. In President 7th regime, 3 bridges have been built on the Nile, leaving behind Laropi, which was the earlier one. For example, in 2018, a bridge was constructed in Jinja called Source of the Nile Bridge, a very big bridge. In 2021, another bridge constructed at it is called the Ishimba Bridge on the road from Kayunga to Kamuli. That road was tarmacked. At the same time, the bridge was constructed. In 2021 again, another bridge was constructed. It is called the Para Bridge. It is on the road from Masindi to Para through the National Park and up to this side of Pakwach. Laropi was left out 4 times. When 4 bridges were constructed. The first one was Pakwach. They were supposed to come together. Laropi was left. The second one, Source of the Nile. Laropi was left. The third one is Simba Bridge. Laropi was left behind. The fourth one, Para. Now, therefore, the question is the Laropi Bridge going to be left behind again?
First, our central government funded priority for financial year 2023, 2024. Then thirdly, we want to ensure that the Ministry of Works, UNRA, and Uganda National Roads Fund budget, framework papers, and ministerial policy statements for financial year 2023-2024 includes Laropi Bridge. Then fourthly, the Madi and Westnile parliamentary caucus to follow up with the Ministry of Works and Transport, with Uganda National Roads Authority, and Infrastructure and Budget Committee of Parliament to ensure that the Laropi Bridge is included in the financial year 2023-2024. Then we also need to work with the Friends of Madi and Westnile to ensure that donor, and the donor is ADB, African Development Bank, considers funding the project in the next financial year. That means high level of advocacy, which we are having now, networking and development diplomacy actions are required. Then lastly, once the resources for the Laropi Bridge project are appropriated by Parliament, implementation of the project is the duty of the Ministry of Works and Uganda National Roads Authority. Then the role of the MP is to sift, to make sure that there is effective value for money for the government and the citizens. Let us actively participate in the national, regional, district, and lower local government budget conferences to articulate our felt and express needs in the national, regional, district, and lower local government planning and budgeting frameworks. So the tali malemajo ewa rokodi parliamentary territory. Disero ba adu wenda ri ama caucus parliament anabati amamba ngaka Westnile bati ministers ire aitu deri. Oko prime minister esa aru disero amadio ko ito chichi ama gameti ijo dejo aru kole Laropi Bridge ni kole kosiru financially emu deri ara anzo pase.
Okay.
Who have spoken about the urge to have the Laropi Bridge. I want to first of all start by saying that in our language, in Acholi, we have a saying which says, something that takes long turns into a stone. Ginmari lock a dog away. So, the 59 years, if you really say you are patient, then you are more than patient.
59 years
59
waiting.
years we are seeing this project turning into a stone. So when you see mothers, when you see women coming to join the men to advocate for something, then you know that everybody is feeling uncomfortable. On the day when there was that long line in Laropi, about 100 cars, there were almost over 750 people at this side of the Adjumani side, the Omi side. And I tell you, the queue, as the lines were here for the vehicles, there was also the line for the sanitary facilities. The toilet was not enough to cater for all the 750 people on this side that needed to access that. So, this is not only the Laropi, this should also interest, because it is a public health issue. The DHO of Adjumani and Moyo district should take interest in this. This is a public health issue. We don't know what type of diseases was spread on that night when people slept at Laropi. There were pregnant women, there were people with chronic diseases, there were disabled people, there were children. All these people, why do we want to suffocate government efforts? The Sustainable Development Goals are coming on 2030, and we are going to evaluate Uganda. So, if there are some of these parameters that are being checked, access to clean drinking water, access to maternal health reducing, but if we have women, pregnant women suffering at Laropi, we have people drinking dirty water, people not accessing good sanitary facilities, how are we going to see that? It will drop down. Mbarara may be doing well, Kampala doing well, but then when it comes to northern Uganda, it drops down. So as a country, it drops all our achievements down. Do we want to see a situation where women are dying at Laropi Ferry? Do we want to see a situation where the elderly, there were elders there, they had nowhere to sleep? I myself, I was there because I don't want to say hearsay. I slept at Laropi Bridge. I had 6 children.
The ferry.
In my vehicle waiting on this side. And I had 6 children with me, you see. And 2 were, 1 a girl, 3 were boys. Nowhere to shower, nowhere to go for any sanitary facilities. So I want us to really interest everybody, and especially the women. I want us to bring our issues on board. We are so happy that there is already inclusiveness in this approach, so that we bring everybody on board. It is not for bad. We are saying 59 years is too long. This thing is turning into a stone. So please, through our PMP and through everybody who is here, we support the government efforts, and we really want to see that we have this bridge on top of Laropi, on top of the River Nile. So with this, I want to thank the organizers for having us all inclusion, high inclusion of everybody into the community, so that we ensure that we have this bridge. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm very happy to come and add my voice to this very important discussion. Like the other speakers have already said, this is long overdue. We have waited. We have been patient. The Madi people, we are very, very patient. But I think where we've reached now, patience is a good virtue. But right now we need to stand up. It's about standing up for our rights. It's about standing up for what is right, actually. Because when you look at the time we lose in moving from Kampala to Omi, it will take you 5 hours. Then it takes you another 2 hours or 3 hours waiting for the ferry to cross to Moyo. That is less than an hour's drive. So you will be at the ferry waiting, and someone leaves Kampala to Gulu, does their business, drives back to Kampala, whereas you are at the Laropi ferry waiting. Growing up, I always told my friends that to reach my home, it took 5 days. But also one of the days we took longer, we always slept in Ajumani. I think our father did it just to save us from things like this. We would always sleep in Ajumani and then cross the following day. Of course, coupled with the bad roads. So it was fun, but now it's no longer fun. Why? We are losing a lot of money. We are losing a lot of time. Imagine if there's an emergency. You have to be rushed. I've been in Moyo a couple of times when the ambulance has to cross. They have to call the ferry people. Please prepare. We are bringing an emergency. But you see, this is about a matter of life and death. So I think as a people, we have waited long. We've been patient. But right now, I want to call upon all of us. Jonizi, Ago, Joni NRM, FDC, Ingwa, it does not matter anymore. As people of Moyo, Ajumani, Obongi, Westnile, Ndutu, Arua, Yumbe, Koboko, this affects us. Year in, year out, Moyo district development levels are low. Year in, year out, go to Obongi, go to Yumbe. You will be in shock how much development can come to us. Most business people, they don't lose time. Time is money. They say time is money. So when you have a business idea for Moyo, Madizi Kojwa, Sana, crossing 3 hours, it cannot work. So we may not be seeing the impact, but in actual sense, the impact is so great. It is so great on our development. It is so great on what we attract into our region. So for me, we have given enough. We have given our brains. We have our children working out there. So it's time for us to stand up, and I call upon everybody. Please, when it comes to you, please don't judge anybody. This is not time for judging each other. It's not time for saying, Ale, Madizidiku. It's not time for that. It's time for us to come together. There is that quoting, people always say, how grasshoppers, even yesterday we were joking about it with my sister here. How you put grasshoppers in a bottle. And there's a small pathway here. Instead of thinking, let's one by one jump out, we start biting each other. I want to detest that. As a people, we need to look at this small opening. Everybody's voice counts. Everybody's voice counts. So let us listen to each other. Let us push one voice. And when you are united, no matter what, we are going to make it.
Since from out of our independence, Laropi from 1962, idea of this Laropi Bridge being actually conceived in 1964, but it remained government priority for 59 years. So now we are saying that now for 59 years, our people patiently kept waiting. This intervention, actually, there are regimes that have come and have gone. Even the one for President Museveni, NRM government came and now is in place. So for 59 years, from 1964 up to now, Laropi Bridge remained priority number one on the government list.
But no implementation.
No implementation. So let us join hands. This bad politics of Moyo, where we allow Honorable Fungaro, Tom Aza, and the Caesar and the rest to be the one to spearhead, then definitely we would be left out by Laropi Bridge Advocacy. Should be, let us forget about this. Now, as we speak right now, our target should be that we join hands to see that we speak the same language. Let us join hands to see that whatever from now onwards is that let there be bridge for our people. There are a lot of struggle our people have gone through. In the 1950s, Laropi ferry sank with people underwater. The records were, when you follow a key history of Madi, Laropi ferry sank with the people, and the people have lost lives. And we are saying that should we see these things happening? There were callers who were calling, phoning. They called when we were in Von FM. They were saying that no, the government has put in place all these things. You should not now mind about this thing. Let us give the government chance. We should not hijack government plans. No, we are not hijacking, but we are saying that, you see, you made this promise to us that you are going to take up the bridge issue and do it for us. Where is the process? Is what we are saying. Yes, there were resettlement packages. Actually, people were aligned in Laropi, and they were told that the government has a plan through the UNRA that we are going to pay people who are settling along Laropi ferry line and on that side, so they will be paid. Even they came up with the strategies how they are going to intend to pay them. Okay. But since that time, there was no feedback, no action. So we are here as a team, as the sons and daughters of Madi people, and as Westnileers. We are saying that from Pakwati up to Nimule, let there be another bridge for the people, because the number of people have increased. So that's what I would like to say. So other things we shall.
Answer Alice Mangwe voa tatina sa joma totoa dia tere ane antevo sisa mate program da dini ntadire maruni Kennedy afotoa dia sepime kene adeke teso nyiti troli odu